name is Annie, and I'm an educator performer at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Right now, a lot of us are social distancing and staying at home, but one of the greatest things about science is that you can learn about the things around you no matter where you're at. For example, winter is turning into spring, and soon we'll be seeing a lot of our favorite insect friends. One of my favorites is the butterfly. It's a magnificent insect who has patterns of scales on their wings, and their wings are the same shape. They're really cool. So today we're going to make our very own origami butterflies that we can learn and study from. You're going to need a piece of square paper. I just so happen to have origami paper, but if you don't, we'll be learning how to make a square piece of paper out of any rectangle paper you have. Printer paper, construction paper, or just a piece of notebook paper. Now, in order to do that, you may need a pair of scissors, which means you might need a trusted grown-up to help you too. So, gather your materials and let's get started. Now first I'm going to show you how to make a piece of square paper out of any rectangle piece of paper you may find. You can observe with this rectangle piece of paper that two sides are long and two sides are short. When we look at a square piece of paper, we can observe that all four sides are equal. So we are going to make our rectangle piece of paper into a square by making the sides equal. Go ahead and grab the top left corner of your piece of paper here, and you're going to fold it all the way down diagonally in a triangle shape until the bottom and the top of the paper meet. You're going to go ahead and crease along this triangle, and you'll notice that a small rectangle remains. This small rectangle we are going to cut off. So go ahead and grab your scissors or your trusted grown-up, and we're going to cut right where the paper meets. Now, if you get lost or you feel like you need to rewind this video at any time, feel free. We all go at our own pace. You can go ahead and open that particular piece of paper up, and you'll notice that the sides are now equal. If we compare it to the piece of paper I have, it's a little bit bigger, but still in ratio, and that's okay as long as it's a square. Now you'll also notice that my piece of origami paper has a side that has a pattern on it, and when I flip it over, it has a solid color. So I encourage you to color and decorate your piece of origami paper however you'd like. Now we're going to go ahead and start with our origami butterfly. Just like the winter changes into spring, the butterfly has to go through a change too. The change from a caterpillar into a butterfly is actually something called metamorphosis. So I guess our paper will take a bit of a metamorphosis today. We're going to start with our pattern side up. And the first fold we're going to do is we're going to take our bottom edge here and fold it up to our top edge. We're going to line them up. Then you're going to want to crease down on this bottom. We're going to go ahead and open the paper back up. And you may notice that we now have a crease here in the middle. This crease causes one side of our paper, a small rectangle, to look exactly like the other, as though there were a mirror between them. That is actually called a line of symmetry, and a lot of our folds will be lines of symmetry today. We're going to rotate our paper now, and that line we just made is going to be up and down right in front of us. And we're going to repeat the fold where we take our bottom edge all the way up to our top. Like so. You're going to crease along the bottom just like you did that first time. I'm going to open it up. Now we're actually going to go ahead and flip our paper over to the solid color side and rotate our paper so it looks like a diamond here in front of us. And we're going to do a similar fold that we did on the other side, where we're going to take our bottom to meet our top, but it's going to make a bit of a different shape. So we're going to take our bottom point and fold it up to meet the top point and make a triangle. And we're going to come to the bottom again and crease along here. Now you may notice that your sides don't completely match up, and that's okay. We're all learning and practicing and creating together. Go ahead and open up your paper again. You may notice that this line in the middle creates two triangles on your paper. That's another line of symmetry. We're going to rotate our paper now. So the line we just made is up and down in front of us, and we're going to repeat that fold, where we take the bottom point and we match it with the top point, like so. And we're going to crease here at the bottom. Now we're going to open up our paper so our pattern side is up. You may notice that it looks pointy, kind of like a pyramid. And we're actually going to bring these two dented sides in together. So I'm going to rotate my paper, take these two sides, and I'm going to squish them together so they touch here. You may notice two triangles forming on the sides, and we're going to crease those triangles down. You'll notice four corners. And if you turn your paper over, you'll have a triangle just like you do on the other side. Now you're going to want to make sure for this next fold that the base of your triangle is facing toward your body and the point of your triangle is facing away. Now we're going to take this top layer of our origami paper, so leave this paper here on your table, and we're going to take the right corner and we're going to fold it all the way up to the point of the triangle, like so. I'm going to crease this down, and you may notice it actually makes a smaller triangle. And we're going to make a symmetrical fold with our left corner. So remember, it's going to look the same as though it were a mirror image. So we're going to take this left corner all the way up to the top, like we did with the other side. And we're going to crease to make our tiny triangle. And our two tiny triangles make a diamond. Now remember, if yours doesn't look exactly like mine right now, that's perfectly okay. And if you feel like you need to rewind the video, you can at any time. We're actually going to move on to the trickiest fold of our origami butterfly today. So you may have noticed that I turned my triangle completely around, and the bottom, or the top point, is actually facing me this time, so it's on the bottom. So you're going to want the point of your triangle to face yourself, and the base of your triangle to be here at the top. Now, because this is the hardest fold, maybe you need help, so don't forget to ask if you do. It's always nice to have a trusted grown-up or a nice lab partner to help when things get a little tough. And we're going to take the top layer of this butterfly here, and we're going to fold it to where a little bit of the point sits just above that baseline we talked about for the triangle. Now this is the tricky part. We're only going to want to crease the middle part. So I like to take one finger and I like to squish it right there in the middle, so the corners stay kind of popped up. This is going to give our butterfly a three-dimensional effect. For this next step, you're going to want to hold the butterfly and turn it around. And you'll notice that top triangle here, which was the point we just folded, we're going to fold this down and crease it really well on the small triangle. This is going to hold the body of our butterfly together, so we don't have to use glue or tape or anything. Now you may notice that this side of our butterfly looks the same as this side of our butterfly, as though there were a mirror between them. Remember, that's our line of symmetry that we've seen a lot here today. And this line of symmetry here, this middle line, is actually where we're going to take our final fold. We're going to press down and bring our wings together. So on the other side, it's going to look like squishing this middle crease down. And when we open it up, we now have a butterfly friend. You can observe that our friend has 4 wings, which is true of butterflies in nature as well. This butterfly is going to join a lot of his friends in the DM&S Science Party Butterfly Kaleidoscope, because one of the many names for a group of butterflies is a kaleidoscope. And if you were able to make a butterfly today and want to join the DM&S Science Party Butterfly Kaleidoscope, you or a trusted grown-up can take a picture of your creation and even show it to us as a comment on this particular video. We would love to see your creation, and we can't wait to see you again at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.